Hello everyone, welcome to your channel of Learn and Educate. Today we are going to learn an important concept which is evolving day by day and having an impact on each and everyone's financial aspects, political, environmental, etc. It is known as corporate governance. As the term corporate has been understood widely by different persons in a different manner. The corporate form of organization, cooperative form of organization, where management is differentiated with the ownership, administration is differentiated from the ownership structure. That is for this company form of organization. For the first time, Robert Ian Bob Trigger has mentioned about the corporate governance in his book in 1984. He defines corporate governance as the way corporate entities are governed as distinct from the way business within those companies are managed. Corporate governance addresses the issues facing board of directors, such as the interaction with the top management and the relationship with the owners and others interested in the affairs of the company. Thus, the few keywords which we can point out from this definition are the corporate entities, distinction way, carrying out the business, managing, addressing the issues, interaction with the top management, relation with the owners, and interested in the affairs of the company. There are few interested parties: the owners, the shareholders, the manager, that is a top management, the board of directors, mainly, who are accustomed to act as per the expectations of the shareholders, but others are. Let us have a look at the other definitions. Corporate governance is about promoting corporate fairness, transparency, and accountability. Corporate fairness, which means to have a look which is a transparent in its manner. Every one person is accountable to the company as a whole via a few artificial agency. Corporate governance as defined by G20 principle of corporate governance as it involves a set of relationship between a company's management, its board, its shareholder, and other stakeholders. Corporate governance also provides the structure through which the objectives of the company are set and the means of attaining those objectives and monitoring performances are determined. Corporate governance is acceptable by the management of the inalienable rights of shareholders as a true owner of the corporation. Now, let's have a look by the committee constituted by the SEBI under the chairmanship of N.R. Narayan Murthy Committee. Corporate governance is acceptable by the management as the inalienable right of shareholder towards the true owner of the company. Their own role as a trustee on behalf of the shareholders. Corporate governance is about commitment to values, about ethical business conduct, and about making a distinction between personal and corporate funds. The Mervyn King, chairman of King's Report, defines the corporate governance as good corporate governance is about an intellectual honesty and not just sticking to the rules and regulations which are floated towards the company and that practiced this type of governance. Corporate governance is about intellectual honesty. Intellectual honesty means on the back of the mind they are honest because they are concerned with the running of the business and not with doing the formal activity, and then the corporate form of organization ceases to exist. As defined by the Confederation of Indian Industry, a desirable corporate governance code 1998. Corporate governance deals with the laws, procedure, practices, implicit rules that determine a company's ability to take informed managerial decision and its claimant. In particular, the shareholders are been to be met, expectations of the shareholders are to be met. Along with that, the persons associated are customers, supplier, creditors, managers, and the decisions taken by the employees which are to be implemented by the employees. There is a global consensus about the objective of good corporate governance, maximizing the long-term shareholder value. Yes, it is that. The word corporation is derived from the Latin word corpus, which means a body. Governance means the administering the processes and the system placed before it, satisfying the shareholder expectations. The root of the word administration is to administer the day-to-day functioning, the long-term objectives, the short-term objectives, to set the policies, principles, have a look at the visions, and the goals of the corporation. Governance is derived from the word gubernate, which means to steer. When combined, corporate governance means a system, procedures, policies, practices, standards put in place by a corporate to ensure the relationship with the various stakeholders is maintained in a transparent and honest manner. The phrase corporate governance it describes the framework of relationship systems, rules, regulations, processes within and by which the authority is exercised, controlled within the corporation. It encompasses the mechanisms by which companies and those in their control are held to account for. Corporate governance is broad-based, used to describe the process, customs, policy, procedures, and institutions that direct the organizations and corporations in the way they act to administer and control their operations, works to achieve the goals of the organizations, and manages the relationship among the stakeholders, the board of directors, and the shareholders. Corporate governance means to share the organization in a desired direction by determining the ways to take effective strategic decisions. It also deals with the accountability of the individuals through a mechanism which reduces the principal agent problems in the organization. Governments, the governments are administered by their SOP, standard operating procedures. Whereas big organizations have their own code of conduct. These are what? These are the policy papers. These are the guidelines within which the persons are accustomed to act. Moreover, there are various policies and procedures which are developed by the few underlying managers who are responsible for carrying out the day-to-day activities of the businesses. Good corporate governance promotes investor confidences, which is a very important when it comes to raising the capital from the stock exchanges. When it boosts the morale of the investors because of the results and the working of the company. Good corporate governance is essential to develop added value to the stakeholders as it ensures transparency, which ensures a strong and balanced economic growth. It also ensures that the interests of all the stakeholders, whether those forming the majority and others, are ensured. It is safeguarding the shareholders fully to exercise their rights and that the organization fully recognize their rights. Some of the advantages of the corporate governance are it is a system for structuring, operating, and controlling the company with the specific aims. Few of the aims are mentioned here as it helps to provide a positive aspects of the business towards all the stakeholders. All the stakeholders means are the persons which not only includes the supplier, customers, or owners, employees, but the governmental agencies, non-governmental organizations, credit rating agencies, merchant bankers, financing company, asset management company, stock exchanges, listing agencies, the regulators of the capital market, the company law authorities, the tribunals, courts, etc. Good corporate governance maintains the investor confidence, as a result of which it can raise the capital efficiently and effectively, fulfilling long-term strategic goals of the owners, a consideration for the environment and the local community. Nowadays, with respect to section in the Companies Act are introduced for the corporate social responsibility and its responsibility towards the community, not only for the customers but also as a civil society, and to ensure that the parameters of environment are complied with, a consideration for the environment and the local authority. To study the corporate governance, it is a system which ensures that the organization is managed in a manner which fits the interest of every stakeholders. Corporate governance helps in brand formation and goodwill creation. It helps to maintain the relationship with the customers and suppliers. It is an excellent example of how the interest of all the employees are managed, are kept in aligned with those of the organization and the investors. Corporate governance ensures compliance with all laws, regulations, and regulatory aspects. But this does not mean that following the law is the corporate governance. The legal procedures are not complied with because as a post-mortem exercise, but complying it well before in advance. Strong corporate governance policies ensures the goodwill of the organization, which will help to raise the finance, the blood money which is needed for running the businesses. It creates a positive impact on the stocks of the company. How it can be raised? It can be raised in the share value. In the share value, the credibility. When the company is not listed on the stock exchanges, it will be insured through the market values when it is listed on the stock exchanges. If the company is a public company, is an unlisted public company, in the case of the unlisted public company, there are the postal issues made by the corporation, advertisement in the newspapers regarding a particular business ventures or conducting of the meetings, regular updates, not only in the English language but one Hindi language and a vernacular language, so that the communication is clear to the each and every sections, mentioning the regulatory aspects in such public appearances not only makes the job of the legal section easier but also helps the investors that they are complying with the procedures which are required to be ensured, thus taking care of the interest of employees, ensuring compliance with the laws in advance, and policies which ensure goodwill of the organization. The system of corporate governance ensures that the interest of every stakeholder is satisfied. It helps to give a proper consideration to the local community and the environment. Good corporate governance maintains the investor confidence. It helps to create a positive impact of the business towards all the stakeholders. The system of corporate governance ensures the organization is managed in manner which best suits the ideal situations to curtail any other aspects associated with it. The corporate governance ensures a brand development. Corporate governance also reduces the wastages, minimizes it combats corruption, it manages risk, and it ensures the management which helps to the assumption that there is no mismanagement. It ensures the best interest of each and every person associated. Corporate governance is the conduct of a business in accordance with the stakeholders' desires, which generally is to make as much money as possible. But while it should not conform to the basic rule, it must ensure that the basic rules of society are embodied in the law and customs are followed properly. The stakeholders environment, it is the concentrated ownership factor which has been associated with the providers of finance capital. There is a insider boards which ensure independence and the performances. Insider board means the executive directors who are directly involved with the day-to-day aspects. Non-executive directors who are independent directors. There is not such a teaming, but ensures the independence of each and every director. It gives incentives aligned with the core shareholders. In the corporate context, there is a limited disclosure to the before implementation or handling any case sensitive information, adequate protection to the minority shareholders, which means that giving importance to the voices, to the aspects of each and every shareholders, which involves listening to all. Transparency and accountability. Transparency means whatever has been the decision taken by the management in the meetings, whatever have been the discussions, the minutes of the meeting are being ensured and open to all the members, shareholder of the company. This is transparency. Accountability. Accountability means each and every shareholder associated with the company is directly and indirectly they are held accountable. They themselves ensure that they make proper compliances. Limited takeover market, capital market liquidity. When the company is listed on the stock exchanges, there is a free flow of the funds. That there is no stagnation. If a person has purchased the shares of the company, there is a reputation of the company in the market that there is always a continued demand for its shares. No underdevelopment for the new issue market, which means that as per the needs arises and whatever decision has been taken, the issue for raising a new fund is ensured. Reliance on family, bank and public finances. Adequate dependence is shown on the banks and the financial institutions. When banks lends money, they are rely upon the findings and the sources which are provided by the company. There will be few aspects related to the corporate governance are its board and committees, the policies, the legal regulatory systems, the procedure, the transparency, the hierarchy and the internal control. These are the few foundations of the corporate governance. The stakeholders with their expectations are associated with the entity. When all has to be managed with regard to the resources available with the company, the activity which is carried out by them in the organization, it ensures control, transparency, integrity, effectiveness and efficiency with respect to utilization of the resources to combat each and everything. There is a changed effectiveness conditions. Comparative landscape means there is a changes in the effectiveness. Expectations are protecting the asset, value creation, social equality, respecting the environment. There must be a consensus with respect to the results actually achieved and the expectations of the shareholders. The principles of the corporate governance, ethical basis of the businesses. There must be following the ethical approach, strategic management, and efficient strategy practices which incorporates the shareholder value, which has to follow a scientific method of preparing the visions which are to be achieved always the company looks upon. Mission is something for wait for a medium term to long term period and which changes as soon as the objectives are achieved, as soon as the targets are achieved, which changes. Vision, goals. What are the goals of the organization? These are short term goals with respect to a few yearly goals, 2 yearly goals. Example, strategy encompasses all these things. The process which is followed to create, to formulate and achieve the vision goals, it is called as the strategy. Consensus building, equal concern for all the stakeholders. When the company from our organization, each and every person associated with the company, there must be equal opportunity, equal importance, equal confidence of all these persons, accountability and transparency of all the stakeholders, as I mentioned and explained earlier. Balanced objective. There must be the balancing of the objective of each and every party, and more than that, all the interested parties. There is no best principle which can define a good corporate governance, but the actual adopted by the company. The ideal condition which are actually being implemented while carrying out the day-to-day functions of the company are called as the corporate governance features. Company should design and implement the strategies into light regulatory framework that will produce an efficient, qualitative, and result-oriented outcomes for optimizing the corporate performances and accountability in the interest of all the stakeholders. When the directors act themselves in the role of a trustee, which acts on behalf of the shareholders, it is about the commitment to the value, about ethical business conduct, and making the distinction between the personal and the corporate fund. It is about promoting the corporate fairness, the accountability feature. It involves a set of relationship between the company's management, its board, and its shareholders and other stakeholders. Corporate governance provides the structure through which the objectives of the company are set and the means of attaining those objectives and maintaining the performance so that the objectives are achieved. Corporate governance is the acceptance by the management of its inalienable rights of the shareholders as the true owners. It is about the intellectual honesty. Governance in the case of organization of the corporate is about the intellectual honesty and not only sticking to the rules and regulations but also going beyond that and how the capital is flows toward the companies and it is practiced in this type of corporate governance. It deals with the law, procedure, practices and the rules that define a company ability to take informed managerial decisions along with the shareholder, creditor, customers, stakeholders and employees. Thank you for watching the video. Visit again to the channel, learn and educate.